Hey everyone! It's a beautiful day to learn. In this video, we will be learning about Lesson 16, Initial P, Final P, Number 3, Number 7, and Blend PL. Are you ready? Let's start! First, we have here Initial P. Initial P, in order for us to write Initial P, we are going to use our left hand middle finger. So we depress the left or the initial P using our left hand middle finger. So that's found on the initial side of the keyboard. Then we also have blends. So we have initial PL. So using your left middle finger and then your left index finger on the initial L, which is the initial H and R. So you put your left index finger on the crack. So that's PL. Then BL or initial BL. So you put your left middle finger on the crack, that's initial P and W, and then initial L is initial H and R. So still on the crack, so using your left middle and index finger, put it on the crack, and that's initial BL. Initial FL, so initial F is initial T and P, then initial L is initial H and R. So, using your left ring, middle, and index finger, you press initial FL. Initial GL is initial G is initial T, K, P, W, and then initial L is initial H and R. So you're still going to use your left ring, middle, and index finger, and all those fingers are on the crack. Then KL, initial K using your left ring finger, and then L using your left index finger. And initial KH, initial K using your left ring finger, and initial H using your left index finger. So you are going to press all these keys simultaneously to be able to write the blends. Then we have final P. Use the right hand middle finger to depress the final P key. So if initial P is left hand middle finger, then final P is right hand middle finger. Okay, let's try to practice these letters. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, start. Initial P, initial BL, initial FL, initial GL, initial KL, initial P, initial L, initial PL, initial K, initial L, initial KL, initial K, initial H, initial KH, initial F, initial L, initial FL, initial B, initial L, initial BL. How is it? Is it easy? Yes. So again, practice makes perfect. So we'll just have to give more time for practice, and surely it would be easier next time. All right, let's proceed to the words. So we have here sample words such as beep, cap, cop, and clap. So if you have noticed, of course, these words are applying the lesson that we have learned, which is the initial P and final L. So, rather, final P, initial P and final P. So, for the word beep, the outline is initial PW, vowels A, O, E, and final P. So, We are going to use the left middle finger for initial PW, left middle finger for initial PW, then left thumb for vowels A and O, right thumb for vowel E, and then right middle finger for final P. So we are going to press the keys simultaneously and then release it immediately. Then go back to home position. Next is cap. So cap, it's initial K, vowel A, final P. So left ring finger, left thumb, and right middle finger. Cap. Then cop. So we have cop, it's initial K, vowel O, final P. Left ring finger, initial, rather left thumb, and then final P for right middle finger. Another is clap. So initial K, left ring finger, initial H and R, left index finger, vowel A, left thumb, final P, right middle finger. So press at once or simultaneously and then release quickly and go back to home position. So let's try. Beep, cap, cop, clap. So how was your practice so far? And if you need more time, you can just go over this part of the video and then practice more. Okay, next is we have the another group of words. We have dip, flip, goop, hop. Dip, so initial D is initial TK, and then vowel I, that's vowel EU, and then final P. So dip. Then flip, initial TP for F, initial HR for L, and then vowel E, and then rather vowels EU for I, and then final P, flip. Then goop, initial TKPW for G, vowel AO for the diphthong U, and then final P, goop. Then hop, initial H, vowel O, and final P. Okay, let's try to practice. Dip, flip, goop, hop. Okay. I believe that the flip and the goop is a little bit at a higher level, no? It's not as easy as the word hop because you have lots of letters and fingers involved there. But when you keep on practicing, then of course there will be improvement and it would be a lot easier next time. Another set of words we have here: keep, loop, mop, and nap. Okay, let's try keep. So keep is initial K and then long E and final P. Then loop, initial L, diphthong U, and then final P. Mop, initial M, that's initial PH, then vowel O and final P. Nap, initial N is initial TPH, vowel A and final P. Okay, let's try to practice. Keep, loop, mop, nap. Okay, let's proceed to the next set of words. We have pack, pail, pad, and pay. So I guess this is a bit easier than the previous words provided since there are only few letters involved or few keys involved. So we have pack, initial P, vowel A, and remember that final K is final BG. Then pale, initial P, long A, that's AEU, and then final L. Pad, initial P, vowel A, final D. Pay, initial P, long A. Now let's try to practice these words. Pack, pale, pad, pay. Let's proceed to another set of words. Plan, play, pie, and peg. Plan, its initial P and then initial L for HR, vowel A, and then final PB for final N. Play, initial P, initial HR, and then long A. Pie, initial P, and then long I. So long I is again A-O-E and U. Peg, initial P, vowel E, and final G. Now let's try to practice these words. Plan, play, pie, peg. Okay, let's proceed. We have another set of words. Pin, pole, plaque, bleep. All right, let's start with pin. Initial P, vowel I, and final N. Initial P, vowel I, and final N. That's pin. Next is pole, initial P, long O, so that's O and E, and final L, pole. Then plaque, initial PL, or the blend PL, and then vowel A and final K. Bleep, initial BL or blend BL, long E, and then final P. Let's try to practice. Pin, pole, plaque, bleep. Okay, so if you need more time to practice the words that we have discussed, then you can just visit this part of the discussion. At this time, we're going to proceed with the numbers 3 and 7. In order for us to write number 3, what are we going to do? So using our left hand middle finger, we depress the crack between the initial P and number bar. So using your left hand middle finger, you depress the crack in between the initial P and the number bar. Remember that we have to put our finger on the crack, because if you're going to only press the number bar alone, so only the number sign or nothing will appear. But if we are going to press only initial P, then it's initial P that will appear. So we are going to press on the crack that's between initial P and number 3 in order for us to write the outline number 3. Then for number 7, so if for number 3 we're using left middle finger, for number 7 we're still using what finger? So it's the right hand middle finger. So right hand middle finger to depress the crack between the final P and the number bar at the same time in order for us to write number 7. So using your right hand middle finger, depress the crack in between the crack between the number 7 and final P in order for us to write number 7. Let's try to practice 3, 3, 3. Always remember that when writing anything using the steno machine, we always go back to the home position every after writing. So when you press the 3, go back to home position, then another 3, and then go back to home position, and then another 3. Okay, so let's try again. 3, 3, 3. 7, 7, 7. 37. So at this time, since 37 is the first digit is smaller than the second digit or lesser than the second digit, so we can press 37 simultaneously or in one stroke. But for 73, since the first digit is greater than the second digit, and the greater digits are on the right side of the keyboard. So remember the right side on the keyboard, it's 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 7 first and then 3. So we write 7 and then 3. So it's 73 is composed of two strokes, 7 and then 3. But when we say 33, it's 3, 3. This is the time that they don't go back to home position. We press immediately number 3 twice. Okay? Okay, let's try another set of practice. 3, 3, 3. 7, 7, 7. 37, 73, 33. Again, 3, 3, 3. 7, 7, 7. 37, 73, 77. Let's have it a little bit faster. 3, 3, 3. 7, 7, 7. 37, 73, 77. Okay, so that's it for numbers 3 and 7. If you need more time for practice, then you can do so. Then let's proceed to word exercise. Okay, so we have here a word exercise. We have the words plan, play, pie, and peg. So I'm asking you to comment your answers. Give me the outline of these four words: plan, play, pie, and peg. We have discussed this earlier. You have been provided the outline. So now I'm asking you for the outline and you comment your answers. So number 1 is plan, number 2 is play, number 3 is pie, and number 4 is peg. We will reveal the answer in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I hope that you're able to comment your answers below. So here are the word exercise answer. Okay, so this is what we are looking for. Plan, it's initial P, initial HR, vowel A, and final PB. So that is the outline of the word plan. For play, it's initial P, HR, vowel, or rather long A. So that's vowel AEU. For pie, initial P and long I, and peg, initial P, vowel E, and final G. Did you get all four correct answers? I know you got correct answers. Okay, we have another word exercise, but this time I'm giving you the outline, the strokes, and you are going to give me the English words or the translation of these outlines. So the first one, what is the answer? You comment again your answers. The second one, what is the answer? Third one, and lastly, the fourth one. So comment down your answers for these four outlines. You read these I'm giving you again another 3 seconds. Three, two, one, zero. All right, let's reveal the answer. There you have it. So the first word is pack, the second word is pale, the third word is pad. This is very easy among the four outlines. And lastly, we have pay. So, how's your answer? I hope you got all correct answers. So, I guess that would be all for lesson 16, and I hope to see you next time for the next video. That's lesson 17. So, I guess that would be all. Bye everyone. Thank you and see you next time. Have a good day.